Okay, now, before I get into the subject matter of this video, let's go back. Let's do a little trip down memory lane. Not too far in the past, just this past year. Some of you may know I went to BlizzCon 2023. It was the first one they had, in a while in person. Definitely after that BlizzCon line one. And so there was a lot of excitement. There was a lot of hype, particularly in this case for World of Warcraft. And so I was very excited to go. I had just started playing WoW and Shadowlands. I did enjoy it. Dragonflight was okay, and so I was really excited to see what was the next step. And so we got the announcement, the whole Soul Saga, the whole three expansions, and everyone's minds were just blown. So now, fast forward to very recent news. So I think it was about, I don't know, a couple weeks ago that they announced the new CEO for Blizzard Entertainment. And I was like, wait, what the fuck? What the hell happened to Mike? And so I was like, this is really coming out of left field because, I was there. I saw him give the speech. I saw him get emotional. I was like, this is what is going on. Anyways, so I'm not in the industry to like really see what could happen behind the scenes or what the whole drama is or the intricacies of this. But the only thing I can tell you about is my feeling and my impression. So we're like, okay, we got a new CEO, right? Mike's out the door, yada yada yada. Who is this new person, right? So we go in and it's this lady called, I guess, Johanna or Joanna Ferries. Ferries. I don't know how you pronounce it. I want to say Ferries. I don't know. So she is announced as the new president of Blizzard Entertainment. And I'm like, okay, let's see who this person is, because I'm coming from BlizzCon, very excited, very confident in the new direction that Blizzard and WoW are taking, and this is quite the surprise. So I'm going over this person's background, and I'm just gonna come out and say it. I'm not impressed. I'm actually pretty concerned. Now, it's not like to her character. Some people will say, "Oh, well, Mike at least he was a gamer. He was one of us." And this lady seems like she dabbles, I guess, in gaming. It's more of her background in the NFL, which to me, I don't feel like the NFL is a good background coming into Blizzard. And then obviously, she has this history with Call of Duty, which, again, it just does not speak well. It just doesn't gel well with me in particular. I mean, I left that, I was a hardcore FPS player, and I just left that because of all the myriad of problems and issues and just the fatigue of playing that type of game. And so when the pandemic hit, this was, a really nice pivot to find a new game. And so this has started a bit of a little bit of like a snowball, and it seems to be getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And there's other issues that have to do with Blizzard and World of Warcraft. And so I'm starting to feel, I'm starting not to feel so well about being in this boat. And so I know, she's probably more of like, just getting business done, right? Really won't mess with Blizzard with World of Warcraft, but I just can't shake that feeling. And now that feeling has just seeped into everything. Now I'm starting to doubt, Holly, and I'm starting to doubt. Oh my god, I forgot his name. The Thrall guy. Oh my god, I hate when this happens and I forget their names. For some reason, I wanted to say Mike Morheim. I don't get it. Like, why get my brain? Anyways, I saw, as I was saying, this whole thing seeps into Holly Longdale and Chris Metzen and then Ian Haskell. So it's just like all of a sudden this honeymoon phase of what was BlizzCon is starting to erode, and I'm starting to question myself in this whole World of Warcraft thing. And the reason I say this is because it kind of feels, in a way, like there's only so much that they can guarantee, these people that do World of Warcraft. That's why I think they just went ahead and said, you know what? We're going to plan out the next 3 years and we're going to make them, or not the next 3 years, the next three expansions, and just make it the best we can. Because honestly, we don't know what the future will hold after that, right? With Xbox acquiring Blizzard, and the other properties, how much control are we really going to have? So this way they get the ball rolling and they're like, well, we've already announced it, we're already on that path. That sort of limits what Microsoft can do. And it kind of reminds me of this one scene from, what was the movie? Chris Farley, he's working for this brake factory, this car brake factory. Okay, so the movie's called Tommy Boy. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people have seen it. A really funny movie. But basically, like he comes up with this scheme of like, you're gonna. He's trying to save the factory, right? The brake factory. It's been in his family's business, I believe, for the longest time. And he's trying to get the guy that's buying them out to like secure the jobs of the employees that are there, because and funny how this kind of coincides with Blizzard Microsoft taking over Blizzard and basically annihilating 1,900 people. But it goes like he says, okay, this is what we're gonna do, and he gets him like he entraps him, right, but by saying these things live on the air, right, and so it kind of feels like that in a way, like all the team from WoW is like, okay, you know what? We're just gonna go put it out there. We're gonna say this is what we're gonna do. We're kind of basically, hold Xbox or Microsoft to this, because if not, it's gonna really look bad on them going back on supporting Blizzard. So what that does to me is that it signals that I'm probably not going to be as invested in the franchise. I'm going to look at this now as a last hurrah. Hopefully, Chris and Holly and Ian and everybody else just pulls out all the stops and makes World of Warcraft the best, three expansions, and we can close this, saga of finally knowing who Azeroth is and all these other mysteries, these grander mysteries just finally solved. So we can, in a way, put an end to our World of Warcraft experience. And then from there, if Microsoft wants to screw it over, or if they want to, give it to another studio, or just branch it out, or just basically whore the franchise out, they did, this last crusade, and did well by everyone that's been invested in this property, be it in this game for 20 years or 2-3 years like me. That's kind of, I'm getting that sort of vibe now with Mike Ibarra leaving and this new person, which I don't feel. And you know what, the thing about Johanna is that she addressed everyone at Blizzard, but she, as far as I know, up until today, this is February 18th. I'm recording this. Up until now, I don't see anywhere where she has addressed the consumer, us gamers. I haven't seen anything that says, hey, this is what we're gonna do, or nothing's gonna happen. For some reason, I'm getting a bad vibe. I'm not getting a good vibe from this person. So, like I said, that seeped into other places. And it's not that I'm questioning Chris or Holly. I believe they're outstanding people. But now I feel that they're starting to have this wall of of adversity that is coming, or potentially coming from, this acquisition. And I'm starting to see these cracks, and I'm starting to wonder, this might be it. Gonna not invest myself so wholeheartedly as I have in the past with the characters, with the lore, with just my love for this franchise, and just realize that this might be it. So I'm gonna enjoy it as much as I can, and with the sensation that that's gonna be it. Because once this is over, I don't know where this franchise is gonna go, and so that really does affect how can I say, my drive to make content for this game. Because you may not notice, but a lot of, particularly World of Warcraft content creators, are struggling, and even some that are the biggest, players, the ones that get the most views, even they, compared to what their, subscriber counts are, they're getting a pittance of views. And some of these creators have had to, go to very clickbaity titles, and it's or very sensational titles, just to get eyeballs on this thing, right? And it's also a factor of, being distracted by other things, like people going on TikTok, and it's just, faster type of adrenaline, right? Or not the adrenaline, what's the thing you get? Serotonin or whatever in your brain. And, again, with players leaving World of Warcraft, all the issues, and I guess Dragonflight not being that great. A lot of people didn't like Shadowlands, obviously. And so I'm like, yeah, you know what? You know what the funny thing is that they announced that they canceled that survival game, and I was actually secretly hoping that it would be a really good game for me to start making content for, because obviously I came into World of Warcraft content creation very late, right? So there's already people that are very well established, and there's no better time to, when something initially launches, to get your foot in the door and start getting an audience. Because now it's probably the worst time to make World of Warcraft content. Nobody's watching it. Nobody has any idea right now. I think the hottest thing is Pal World, right? A lot of people jumping onto that, and then just recently Helldivers. Helldivers 2 has just been amazing, right? People just going crazy. I've been watching a bunch of funny TikTok videos, putting all this it's like, and the fucking worst part is that, so for Helldivers 2, it's that people are like, yeah, this is what I want. I want war and suffering and drama. Because I see all these TikToks, and they put the gameplay, right, and then they put like this Avatar type of music background, like all this dramatic, like Vietnamish type of thing, and it's kind of like people are like, yes, this is what I want. I want war. I want strife. I want anger. I want all this adrenaline and this macho stuff. And like, yeah, I'll rescue you, bro. I got you, man. Yeah, shoot him up. It's like, this is what they've been clamoring. And, in particular for World of Warcraft, that's not what's been happening. It's all, love and rainbows and friendship and family. And I'm like, oh my God, that's another thing now that I have to think about. But yeah, it's just like, I was really hoping for that new game to be a catalyst for me to make content for, because I was looking for a survival game to get into it, because I like all the crafting and all the kind of stuff. But that's the thing, man. That's basically the situation with me, is that man, I'm invested. I already said it from the beginning. I'm invested in this World Soul Saga. I'm gonna put my faith in Chris and Mr. Metzen and in Holly and in Ian and then the team, that at least for these next 3 expansions, it's gonna be a lot better, and we'll see what happens, after that. Hopefully a new type of game comes, and I can do that and start making content for it or whatever. But that's it for me. I just been feeling a little down, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna use this as a therapy session and talk to you guys. Just chill and see what you guys think. Because again, this video is probably gonna get 10, 20 views. I understand, and don't worry about it if you're one of my few people watching. I get it. Don't worry. It's just, this is more therapy for me than anything. All right. I'll see you guys in the next one.